YouTube? Lenny from Good to Go Garage. Well, I got started without you. Got a little enthusiastic. I said I'm gonna do this for the next show, and I got started tearing everything out of my OBS. She going straight race, bud. Every bit of carpet, door panels, everything's coming out of here. Every little piece of noise deadening. I mean, she's the bones. She's got the bones to be a good truck, or most of a good truck. So got the seats out already and the console, and it's got this giant metal bracketry set up. So I got something to bolt. I probably won't even use these sliders. Then I'll have something to bolt my seats to. I got some half barrel racing seats, bomber seats, and yeah. So this is going to be a few episodes, obviously, but this is mostly going to be tearing everything out. That's what the first part's going to be. So, you know, just to make sure there's no surprises. You know, I mean, it's going to have a dash, and it's going to have windows, and it's going to have, you know, structure to the doors. I'm not going that far. I mean, it'll eventually get a roll cage and, you know, be a street strip car, I guess, truck. So we gotta get this metal piece out so I can get this carpet out, the sound deadening material and whatever else out, and just get rid of 100 pounds real quick. I had to get power. I couldn't stand it. All that manual labor. I'm keeping this, so I'm just gonna set it. Dang, this thing's heavy. I don't know if I am keeping it. All that to hold some seats. Some people are crazy, man. We're gonna go on the other side. Go on the other side. This thing is cross-threaded like you wouldn't believe. Might have to get a light. This is where a man loses a knuckle. Whenever you work on a vehicle on both sides, put the tools in the middle. Then you can always reach them. Let her read. Don't touch them threads, boy. They's hot. Okay, I'm gonna get a box to put all my paraphernalia in. Well, time to collect all the nuts and bolts that fell out of this seat setup. Nuts, bolts, washers, all kinds of stuff. I even found a drill. My buddy said, you You know the difference between a GMC and a Chevy? They put washers on the bolts on a GMC. Bonus washer. I don't think that went to what I just did. The glamorous world of picking up bolts, nuts, and washers. Mechanic's life. Get off there. Well, the sun's getting low, big fella. It's time to go inside. I'll see you in the morning. What's up, YouTube? Lenny again. We're here. Different day. Different day, more stuff to do. As you can see, it is now bright out again. And I will commence with the cleaning. I'm just literally tearing everything out, so there's not much to see here except for me tearing everything out. So I'm gonna sit you over there. We're gonna get started. Ahead of time, I just want to say, please excuse the crack in my ass. We'll go get a trash barrel. Barrel. A trash barrel. Trash man ain't gonna like me. I cleaned out my garage. Now I'm taking the carpet and everything out of this. He's gonna have a bunch of junk to haul off. He's never complained before. There's always a first time for everything. I have to learn how to stop hoarding things. Boom. I'm going to show you a little something if you didn't know. Let's go over here, get a Phillips screwdriver. Boom. Cheap Walmart Phillips screwdriver, I think. Anyway, I'm going to come in here and on these OBS's, you lift this rubber up and there's screws underneath this rubber boot. It's a boot over here, man. The screw's a boot here. I'm Canadian. It's a boot there. One on each corner. Hope you can see that. Sometimes they're covered in grime. If you're lucky enough to get a 5-speed one of these, the 5-speed in these are the same whether it's a V6 or a V8. Did you guys know that? It's an NV3500 if it's a 2-wheel drive. And I think they're great transmissions. I think 700 R4s are great transmissions, and I don't understand why people talk so much trash about them. Maybe if you hook them up right, they'd last you a little while. Just like these NV3500s. They're good transmissions. You just can't neutral drop them. You know, just clutch dump them and neutral drop. You just can't clutch dump them. Once they're in gear, like you let go of the clutch and it's engaged, You can whack the crap out of the gas, do whatever you want. It's just you cannot be clutch dumping these transmissions. The way they're set up, they're never gonna like it. So I believe there's 4 screws. And then this bad Larry is stuck on there. Oh. So this trim ring comes off. And for some reason, there's an extra screw right here with now a rock in it. Well, I hope you can see that. Oh, there it is. I think originally there was 4 screws underneath the trim ring, halfway between each corner, and then the trim ring has screws on the corner. This truck in most ways is a pretty good machine. See, my problem is, look at this carpet. Like, what do you do with that? Look, you can't even poke a hole in it. I don't even know what that is. That ain't coffee, bud. Like, what do you do with that? I don't see doing anything with that except taking it out. And all this junk is going. All of it. Door panels, blah, blah, blah. Weight saving. Race car instantly. This last time I brought, believe it or not, last time I brought scrap to the scrapyard with this thing, it was 4,600 pounds on the way out. Like, I brought a bunch of stuff there, dumped it, and then my empty weight when I scaled on the way out was 46. All this has got to come out, so I'm going to start with the kick panel. I'm going to start with the sill plate, and then that, and then we'll just keep going around. So hard to get motivated sometimes. Sometimes you just gotta just do it. Just do it, Ted. Let's go see if we can find a Torx head that big. Then we can take this and just throw it in the bed for now, and not leave it attached. These OBSs have the worst wiring ever. Period. Period. I think the only thing that goes through here is the radio wires and the radio speaker wires and the cab light. So we don't have to worry about any of that. I think this shit just clips on. there's any wires, we can throw them in you know, that black shield stuff, and you just run them right under here. I can always put these back in. I think without the carpet, because it's easier to clean plastic than carpet. You can just put that there for now. You can just carpet the dash with it. Take these screws out, take that seat belt out. Let's start with the seat belt, shall we? Oh man, see what it did? Forgot my forgot my lubrication on the other side. This is what makes you strong, using these. And I'm too lazy not to use it because I don't want to get up and get another one. I need to get a seat belt for my OBS. One of them's missing. The passenger side. Man, I'm rich. There's so much stuff under this trim. It's not even funny. Gotta get the mini grips. I'm sorry, but if you don't own a set of these, what are you doing? What are you doing? Since I was a kid, I try to keep a set of mini grips on me. I don't know what kind of work they did in this truck, but man, I'll take you and I'll show you. This is, look at all these rocks. I don't think anybody cleaned this truck ever. Of course, I'm gonna keep the money because it's actual money, and I'm cheap as hell. Oh my God, I got all but one clip. These clips are a pain in the ass too. I wish I knew somebody who wanted all this stuff, because I don't. This one, there's screws, one here, one here. Those are broken. And then you have to take the seat belt out to get these out. I was hoping I could just leave these, but cannot. So I'm taking all this headliners going, everything. No crease for comfort except for a heater that might go out later. so. That's worthless. I'm immediately sticking this back because now I'm gonna pull. There's still some random clips left from the last guy who broke or took that piece out. I don't know what hit it over there that hard. That's a pretty good dent, man. You know, for being inside the cab and no room to move in. It's not like a piece of lumber hit it. Forgot. I had a trash barrel over here. All right. Trash. See, I didn't put the tools in the middle. Now I gotta reach all the way over here to get it out. Aw, snap. This one got the cover on it still. Cafe. Looks like this is fan dangled in there with a one screw. This, I don't know what we're gonna do about that. One screw. I don't even know what that means. Oh, there's so many little rocks. It's hurting my knees, man. There's a screw right here. Hard to do one-handed, but I'll manage. Boop. And of course there's clips. There's clips everywhere. There's two screws in here. I don't know why you'd be listening to me, unless you're crazy, if you're trying to restore one of these, because I'm just tearing everything out. But, well, look at that. This is hilarious. Look at this. They got aluminum foil. Well, only did a little bit today, but I promised the fam we'd go walking at this state park. It's about an hour from here. And you know what? I want to have some fun. And it's the weekend. Live it up. Anything for the fam, right? I'll be back. You'll see me. Here I go. I think what we might do here, cut this son of a gun in half. Wow, the floors in this thing are amazing. Well, that looks way better than whatever the hell was going on before. What's this weird area? Anyway, yep, as you can see, maybe a little bit right there, but I mean, damn. That is clean. Literally, all the rust in this whole truck is in the two rockers and in this door that came off a different truck on this side. Well, look at that madness. A lot of vacuuming. Forgot I bought a bunch of that a while back, so for now, get something to lay on, get me a roll of black tape, and I'll be back. Hopefully that'll hold for now. This is what I'm gonna do. See if I can fit all this junk all together. Inside just one of these bad boys, and it looks like it's working, but There's one. I'm gonna grab a zip tie, start getting some of this pulled out of my way. Okey-doke. I got these. Hopefully they'll be just a tickle tighter than the old ones, and they'll help out. They got a bigger head, so this shifter, I'm gonna have to cut it and bend it. Not today. Not today. Just like the floor over there, and probably over here, is gonna get washed and painted black. But now we gotta put the seat brackets back in. Okay, I got the supports, those guys, then this. We gotta put the seat bracket back in. Basically going to use the seat bracket until I come up with a better idea, because I mean it is heavy, but it will definitely do the job. And maybe even enough to have the seat adjusters on there too. What's up? New day. Yesterday was a very short day. Well, working on the truck, it was a long day for me. But, yeah, sat the seat in there. I got the seat bracket in there. It was just the stock seat bracket. I think these seats came out of a K1500 Blazer. Well, because I'm cheap and I don't want to waste any material. Trying to get these seats installed. This center console looks to be made out of pretty good material. I think this is going to be the source of our seat material to get them mounted. There seems to be plenty of it. I mean, this is more than enough to build this up here and here to mount this seat. Well, we're gonna drill some holes, so we're gonna mark them with a punch. Then we're gonna grab a little bitty drill bit, and we'll probably step bit them out to 5/16 for now. So that's the third step on the bit. Boom. That is. I have a new package of these 9-inch bimetal blades. Only the best. I got this, you know, that one place where you get cheap tools, and if you know, you know. Nice brand new bimetal. Warrior. Well, cut 1 bar, cut 2 bar. Now I'm going to divide these bars into, there's 2 bars here, I'm going to divide them into 4 apiece to get 8 total equal pieces, and that's what it's going to be, and you'll see why. Time for a new disc. Well, my local hardware store is closed. I was just gonna drill a hole in this black bar to match this hole, so I could just stick a bolt through and then put a bunch of washers in there, and the same over here. I was going to do the same there, but what I am going to do is move this to the side and then Hold on, let me get my parts. So I was gonna drill a hole in this and bolt that, and then weld it here, and then put something to fill in there, and then do the same thing basically on that side. I'm gonna use my welder. It's a Lincoln that I got off a buddy for, can you believe it, $100, and it happens to be a Weld Pack 100. It is my bestest friend. I love this thing. Best $100 I ever spent. So for a spacer, I made this. I took a piece of 1-inch square tube, cut a slit in it, squeezed it, and then I welded it back up, and that'll be there. This is actually just a placeholder. There'll still be a piece of steel across here. Same here. Well, it's gonna look something like that, and then there'll be another pad here ish and here, and that'll connect to the seat bracket. Well, I know you guys are probably getting sick of hearing this, but it's a new day. We're back on the OBS. She's in the driveway because my wife's at work. But I made these brackets. I finally finished them up. They ain't the most beautiful things, but they'll get the job done. From this bolt hole to that bolt hole, and this one, same thing, cross brace here and here. And as soon as I find out where I'm gonna rob that metal from, I'll come back and make them. Let me go find some metal. I'll be right back. All right, cut the brackets for the seat, adjuster brackets. So cleaned off where the chair, the seat is gonna sit. And let me put the seat there, I'll show you. It's a little offset. It's gonna be about right there. Well, it poured rain so hard I thought I was gonna float away. So anyway, let's do this. Extension cords and wet weather. Awesome. I'm just gonna tack this seat, pull it out, weld it up, take it off the seat, spray paint it, put everything back together. And I even got new hardware that's blue to kind of match my truck. I always forget which one's which, but see there's 6 lines on here. That means grade 8. I don't know why 6 means 8, and I had to just look this up. I'm not acting like this came off the top of my head, even though I knew the system. I just forget which one's which. 3 slashes, just 3 of these, 1, 2, 3 would be grade 5. Nothing would be grade 2. So, and those are the most common. 2, 5, and 8. 6 of these little slashes means 8. 3 little slashes means 5, and nothing means 2. And it's pretty common. I think metric bolts have a number on them, and everything, the higher the number, the better the grade. So yeah, I bought this hardware. I love this hardware. It's like bright blue. I mean, it wears nice. It gets like, when you know, it's anodized basically, and when you put it in the seat, I mean, it's kind of blue, you know, so I mean, it looks good. And this bag right here, believe it or not, I mean, I think it's $8. So hardware ain't cheap as it used to be. But yeah, let's weld this up. I gotta plug all my stuff back in because I unplugged everything because it was soaking wet. So I don't want to blow it off with air because I'll cool it down. Looking sharp, looking for love. They come running just as fast as they can, 'cause every girl crazy about. Let's see what it looks like in and installed. Boom. There it is. That is. I got all the bolts in with washers. I got the bolts in with lock washers. I mean, she's in there. And they're just as hard to get in as I remember. But man, is it comfortable. All right, one more to go, and it's going to go a lot like this, but a little different. So let's get to it. In case you were wondering what the seats were, I got them from Jegs. They're 18-inch bomber seats. They're made out of aluminum. Part number 702270. Made in okay, I built these standoffs. I painted them red straight to the seat track, and she works fine. So excuse me. And in the back, I just bolted straight to the seat track, and it stood up enough. And then I put a toolbox, I screwed it down. So this is basically my center console now. So I put all my junk in there for now. I'm sure I'll straighten it out more later. I have all the seat belts and everything, so it's basically legal, I guess. And then I'm gonna put a dome light in, maybe two, one on each side. I got these little dome lights, I'll show you. You take them, you put the rubber grommet in, and then you put this into the rubber grommet after you drill a hole. Simple as that. Wire them up, boom, boom, boom. Bob's your uncle. Make sure I sit these on the seat so I don't forget. Probably should just sit my whole. I'm probably just gonna do this at lunch at work tomorrow, so. But yeah, I got the seats. I put that on because it was raining and I was wearing a cutoff. I cut my sleeves off on my shirt, so like the edge of the seat was like getting cold on my back. I don't like it, so I fixed it. But yeah, everything looks pretty good in here. I got some traction paint. I'm gonna wire brush this because it needs it anyway, and then probably from where you can see the seat all the way up to here, all the way up in there, I'm probably gonna paint this with traction paint, like, you know, the stuff they paint like boats, stuff like that with. And then we'll really be cooking. Then all I gotta do is get rid of all that crap. Soon she'll have a 350, well, 327, something to that effect. But yeah, pretty soon we'll be putting, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna put this red engine, which is going to be going into that bad boy. Probably even use the Q-Jet. If not, I'm going to use that 600 Holly I got. But yeah. But piece by piece, I know it doesn't seem like much progress, but pretty good amount of progress here. I mean, look how clean that looks compared to the first time you've seen it. But see you tomorrow.